Hello everybody, my name is Walter, and today I want to show you how I can combine my compact tree trunk harvester, leaf crusher system and storage system into a working tree farm. For this, let's start with a demonstration. So basically here we have the area where the trees are grown. In this chest we have the bone meal, which is then used to grow the sapling that's placed on this dirt block here. For this you can use oak, spruce, birch, jungle and acacia saplings, but not dark oak saplings. So, and all you have to do is basically place the sapling on this block here. Then wait until the thing grows and the tree trunk gets harvested and the whole thing resets itself. Also the leaves are crushed by this leaf crusher system here, and that's the basic idea behind this. Now, what happens with those trees? Basically the wood is collected in this area back here and ultimately compacted into a 12 by 12 by 12 big cube, which once the whole thing here is filled completely will trigger this overflow sensor up there, which then will actually stop this thing here from getting triggered. So this thing here is also safe to use and will not get any overflow problems. So that's the general idea. Now let's talk about the actual size of the whole thing here. Not counting the actual wall at the front, the whole thing is 16 blocks long, has a total width of 28 blocks and a total height of 19 blocks. The biggest part of this thing here is actually the containment area or storage system back there. Now, about the required resources. You will need, of course, a lot of building blocks, then 38 obsidian blocks, 17 sand blocks, 36 glowstone blocks, 96 jack-o'-lanterns, 1 dirt block, 2 glass blocks or other transparent blocks, 4 slabs, 4 stairs. Then for redstone components we need 16 redstone blocks, then a total of 4 full stacks of redstone plus 25 redstone dust, then 27 redstone torches, almost 1.5 stack of redstone repeaters, 3 comparators, 1 button, 2 levers, then 4.5 stack of sticky pistons, 1.5 stack of normal pistons, 3 hoppers, 3 droppers, 1 dispenser, 1 lamp, and 6 note blocks, although those are rather optional. Then 1 chest, 24 ladders, and then a lot of bone meal to put in this chest, and of course some saplings to get this whole thing here running. And that are the necessary resources. So all that's left is showing you how to build this tree farm here. Okay, so the first step is building the actual 3 main components of this tree farm, which is the tree trunk harvester, the leaf crusher system above it, and the storage system right besides it. For this tutorial I will go with a spacing that allows for a flat wall right at the front and a minimum space requirements in between. So for this spacing you have this 12 by 12 area for the storage system, and then from here on go 7 blocks to the back, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and from there 8 blocks to the back, to the side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, and then 1 block above, and this is where you place the dirt block. And once you have this spacing down, the next step is building the 3 components, following the specific tutorials for them. And then, after you have done this, I will show you how to combine them and get this tree farm running. So, once you have built the 3 components, it's time to start with connecting the leaf crusher and the trunk harvester. For this, first a few modifications to the leaf crusher system and to the harvester system are necessary. The first is up here. I placed in the tutorial a lever and turned it on. For this to work properly with the leaf crusher system, you will have to replace this by a torch. Then down here, this side you can leave as it is, here, or basically, here you will have to replace this block with a normal block, and this normal block with a closed-on block. And the same is true for this side and for the back too. And additionally, you will have to replace this normal block with a closed-on block right there, otherwise you would butt power those pistons down here, which we don't want. So anyway, once you have done this, it's time to actually build a trigger mechanism for the entire thing. So for this, go down here, place a block there, put a repeat on 2 ticks there, then a piston with a block on top, like this. Block to this side with a repeat on 4 ticks, running into a block like that. Followed by another block up here, then 2 more blocks up like this, followed by 2 more like that. Then diagonally 2 more blocks like this. A repeat on 4 ticks in this direction, put a redstone dust down on top of those blocks here. Then a block in front of this redstone line, another block down here, then up here. In this gap place a repeat again on 4 ticks. And then basically run a line of blocks straight into this block here. And then put some redstone dust down like this. And that's this half done. So let's go back here. And place another few blocks going up like this. Then put down 2 redstone dust like that. Then next step is W kind of shape, like this. In this gap place a repeat on 3 ticks, as you can see here. Then place a few more blocks around like this and this. Put down a repeat on 1 tick here, then some redstone dust down like that. Then go back here again, place a block there, then go down 1, go to this side, and basically run the blocks until you reach this point here, where you just run a repeat in this block there, and then put down some redstone dust to connect it with the rest of the circuitry. And that's the entire thing done, so now let's give it a try. So just power this, and then the whole thing here should get one run. And this looks good so far. So the next step is connecting the system up here with the storage system, so the blocks are actually transported to the storage system. For this, go to this raised block at the back, put the block on top, torch to this side, and this non-sticky piston in this direction. Put down 2 blocks like this and some redstone on top. Now if you place a block here, it should be transported in this direction. Then place a little U shape like this, put a repeater on 2 ticks in here. Then we will need to place a temporary block here with a non-sticky piston, as you can see here. Then place a block just like this, then down there, and put some blocks down here. Actually, you can place them like this, and then put down 3 redstone dust like this. And now, once we place a block here, this piston should also be activated, so that once we reach a certain point, those blocks will be transported downwards, as you can see here. So anyway, that's actually all you need to add, as you already placed the piston down here with the storage system. So now all of the necessary components are already there. Now let's talk about some optional components, which is basically a butt switch up here in this corner, which will lock the system here once you have filled the complete storage area, so it will not get any overflowing problems. And for this, as I already mentioned, let's start in this corner up here with a sticky piston right there in this direction, block in front and below it, torch to this side, block here, redstone torch there, block up there with another torch there, then block to the side and in front of it, a repeater here, and a block there, and now, as you can see, the T-bud switch is already built. Now let's connect this down with the actual trunk harvester, which can be simply done by placing a torch at the back of this block, then go 2 blocks below it, place some redstone on top, then torch to this side. If you want, you can place a node block here, then again go 2 below this torch there. So basically we're just building a downwards facing torch tower. Again you can place a node block there, and you just repeat this pattern until you have 5 of those node blocks basically here. At which point you should be at this height here, so just above or at your head level. So now you should have 5 of those things here. Next step, instead of going back to the front, we will place the torch at the back here, just there. Place a block here with some redstone on top, and then all you have to do is run this line of redstone into this obsidian block down here. So just make sure that it runs straight into this block, as you can see here. And then what you can also do is replace this block with a lamp, so you can actually see when it's locked. And of course you can place another node block right there. And then if you want, you can place put those node blocks in a certain sequence, so you can actually identify if it has locked or unlocked the entire thing here. So and something like this. So let's give it a try. And as you can see, once it unlocks, it also triggers once the system up here. And that's the entire thing done. So the last thing to do is actually filling in the walls here and the ceiling, and of course build a little floor connecting those 2 entrances here. And that's the entire thing finished then. And in the end you should have something like this, but one little thing we will have to modify actually, and that is just run a line of blocks here, then redstone along like this, and then remove those blocks here, those redstone line here, since we want this line of redstone running into this piston here. Otherwise the leaf crusher system will not work at this corner down here. But anyway, that was how you can build the complete tree farm as a combination of my tree trunk harvester, leaf crusher system and storage system. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial, and well, see ya!